The Pokémon Championship Series is the official tournament circuit for the Pokémon TCG, VGC, GO, and Unite. What does that mean, though? What does that, what are we looking at there? So I'm here in Birmingham this weekend at the Birmingham Pokémon Regional Championship to just show you what happens. There's vendors, there's activities, there's obviously that. So let's find out. Let's have a look. Thank you, handsome real-life Paul. A Pokémon Regional Championship is not only where players battle it out in Pokémon's TCG, VGC, or GO games, but where spectators can basically enjoy a smaller scale Pokémon convention with everything this guy just said. Look at him, being all nervous to film in public. Grown man. Pokémon's regionals take place in every region not covered by the Pokémon Company in Japan. That's North America, Latin America, Oceania, and Europe. These events are handled by TPCI, the international branch. There's schedules, there's shopping, there's a lot if it's your first time. So I wanted to share the non-player experience as someone who's gone to every UK event for a bit. Which, by the way, do keep in mind, I'm coming from the perspective of someone in the UK who hasn't experienced championship events outside of the UK. We battle on a budget over here, and there may be differences in other regions I just haven't experienced. So do let me know if there is any differences with your region. It may help someone else out. With that being said though, let's talk about day one. Each year, the setup is going to be potentially different depending on the venue layout, so I suggest downloading or taking a photo of the provided floor plan through the event organizer's website or signage. This is usually posted on social media, so check out the Play Pokémon website for more information. On the map, you'll see some nice contrasting clear colors, and if you have difficulty with colors, the numbers are just as helpful. As spectators, you're mostly going to be walking around or making your way to vendors, fan zone, stage, or these. Day one is where players will be spending most of the day playing. So I like to make this my dedicated shopping day. This year, Birmingham hosted a few different European vendors who specialize in Pokémon cards, overseas exclusive merch, and plush mascots that litter the VGC tables like very well-behaved school children. Usually, these tables are the first thing you see as you walk into the hall, so it's only fair that they're your first stop, right? It would be impolite, right? When you're looking at the cards, always keep in mind that these events invite players from all around the world, so that means the cards on sale might be in every playable language at that tournament too. So if you're picking out some singles and you're a stickler for the language of your collection, just give that card a double check. It's always fine to ask a vendor too. Never feel too shy about making sure you're happy with your purchase. The fan zone is next. This is where you can sign up or queue for side events. If the atmosphere compels you to give in to your gamer gremlin, side events are a great way to learn a new way to play or get some critical practice in if you couldn't take part in the main event. They range from competitive events like cups and challenges to more casual formats like Malamar Cup, Paradox Zone, or on-demand battles. Not every TCG event will require your own decks, but I recommend bringing one just in case. Same with a Switch for VGC events. And take a guess what you need for Go. On-demand or group activities are usually in groups or pods of 4, so if you're on your own or missing 1 or 2 people, the ever-friendly Pokémon professors will help queue you in with others. My friends and I met a great sport called Connor for our pack battle, and he managed to pull himself the Paldean Wooper Art Rare. I had the YouTuber debuff. At least Piplup's there. This year, we could check in from a whole menu online with the rules, availability, and of course, the price. I won't lie, you might get a little bit of sticker shock on some of these events, especially if you're doing a pack battle for £10. But most side events earn you prize tickets, which is probably calculated as part of the cost. There's different amounts for participating and winning, and you can see exactly what you can exchange them for at the prize wall. We'll come back to that later. The fan zone also has a bunch of opportunities targeted towards the youngsters, but there's no age limit on fun, so give it a go if you want to join in the colouring competitions, crafting, yoga, sure. Or try out the video game corner where this time there were classic Pokémon battle simulators, a Pokémon Red speedrun challenge to catch 5 Pokémon, and the Clefairy Metronome tournament. I think that guy won. You might be thinking to yourself, what's the point in all of these fun and colourful activities? Isn't this a tournament? Did your Whimsy die? Is that what happened? Are you Whimsy dead? Anyway, This year, spectators could order a goodie bag that contained one of these! A water bottle. Not only a fantastic way to stay hydrated throughout the day, but you were given some cute scavenger hunt tasks called route challenges to do throughout the weekend to decorate your water bottle. I did not do this, as my pennies went to those lovely people at Kuma Cards, but thank you for the offer anyway. Finally, for day one, the stage itself is a fantastic little glimpse behind the streams that might plague your YouTube feed every now and then. Here, 3 tables are set up, 1 for each game, and different pairings throughout the day are selected to be played on stream. This is accompanied by commentary by Pokemon's official casting team, rotating every tournament and brimming with not only personality, but expertise. They're usually the people you'll see doing live content throughout the day too, so I at least love to watch the work at play and learn a little something about production. I wouldn't say there's a rush to watch any games on day one really. Seats are readily available, but you might be lucky enough to catch some more interesting, less predictable games this way. If you're unfamiliar with the competitive environment, it might get you clued into how players think, or what usually happens is the gamer gremlin suddenly wants to playtest. So don't be shy, rest up. Open Pokemon Showdown. Ladder. During day one, you'll notice there's like a million opportunities for cute photo ops with a bunch of different standees, banners, and even seeing where the team's been creative with plushies. If you want to snap a pic, I always suggest taking the photos on the first day, as a lot of players will be about still on day 2 studying, watching, or buying, which means those nice wide aisles won't be there forever, so take advantage before you're saying "excuse me" a bit more than you're willing to. Closer to the end of the day, you'll find yourself running out of time to do absolutely everything you wanted to do, because this little thing called the tired starts to settle in. So just remember, you don't have to do everything and buy everything on day one. Pace yourself, look after yourself. If you want to shop, you can always come back and buy more on day 2. A lot of vendors may stock new products overnight anyway, and a lot of traded new cards have to be priced up for the morning. So never feel like you're missing out too much unless there really is something you can only see 1 or 2 of left. As for sides, you can still do everything you wanted to do on day 1 on the second day, so remember to space it out, check the schedule, have a proper lunch, because unless you're on the grind for the biggest prize, there will be time, don't you worry. So what about day 2? What makes a regional worth the drive for the second morning? That would be the games. Day 2 is where the tension really rises, and you can just feel it in the air. If this isn't your first rodeo, or you've checked out the stream before, you might actually recognize some of the people walking about the venue as they're preparing for their last games. This year, I actually had the chance to congratulate Dill Yeomans on their day 2. Considering I covered their game against Wolfglick in the EUIC finals last year, it just felt like a full circle moment. Speaking of, day 2 is where I really went out of my comfort zone a lot more than I'm used to, and approached a lot of people who I recognized. I even left them with my business card so they could find me afterwards. A little pretentious, but what's networking without a little pretense? Special thanks to Chazingdra, Omni Joe, Lyric of Wisdom, Golden Gibbon, and Sunseed Jess for their time. Glazing aside, you can make the most out of day 2 by doing your rounds through the vendors again, completing your route challenges, and redeeming those prize tickets from the sides. This year, the prize wall was accompanied by a menu online, just like the events, where you could always keep track of how much each prize cost. If you don't plan on doing any more sides on day 2, I recommend going there about midday or early-ish afternoon, you know, before it starts to get busy. After you've collected all you've wanted, redeemed your well-earned prizes, maybe gotten trounced in a Clefairy battle, I really do think watching the finals for any division of any game is a given. I promise it'll be worth your time. See, throughout your time at the event, you'll come to recognize a lot of names, faces, and plays that will pretty passively build an appreciation for the people behind the Pokemon. You'll start talking smack about Porygon 2 and Ursaluna comms. You'll get why Ichipollen Budu is the worst. You'll see that Chargebug is always there. Let the murmurings in the crowd be your guide, and you'll catch yourself applauding, cheering when you weren't exactly expecting to. I was, unsurprisingly, not really a sports kid. Still not really an esports guy either. I don't really pick sides. I support the game more than specific players. I know that's just my experience, but it puts into perspective what's important to me. Just like with the anthropology my channel is built upon, I'm constantly learning when I watch games, and don't get me wrong, they aren't always great games. I still look at Go and wonder what the heck is happening over there sometimes. But that's how I get the most out of being a spectator. I immerse myself into the community that's been there for near on 30 years. I take it all in, and I learn from the pros. I get my damn money's worth. Let me know how you want to too. As for what's next, I'll see you all at EUIC, the European International Championships, where you can expect for me to lose myself just a little bit in the Pokémon Center, higher stakes matches, and of course, share the ride with you. Thank you so much for watching. You can support me by liking the video you've just watched, or on Ko-fi, where you can not only donate, but download my book of Pokémon-inspired legends, Tales Once Lost, for completely free. Follow my socials, subscribe to see what I get up to, and maybe, just maybe, we can see each other again.